Hello and welcome to the good, the bad, and the pure evil. Here we tell real tales of good, bad, and pure evil. If that's what you're into, hit that like button, subscribe to the party, and ring the hell out of that bell. Let's get into it. Valentine's Day. A day to celebrate love and romance. A day that is overly commercialised, paying way over the top for flowers, cards, and chocolate and jewellery, all in the name of love. But the day itself came in about the Middle Ages, and it was a day to focus on love, romance, to honour those who we hold dear. The Middle Ages wanted the day to honour a saint from the 3rd century, a martyr, something martyrs, named Valentinus or Valentine, and he was thought to be the patron saint of lovers, engagements, and happily married couples. But little historical evidence exists that Valentinus cared about love. In fact, history of the man or men is quite dark, as legends has it he was jailed and killed by the order of Emperor Claudius II, probably related to converting pagans to Christianity. Hundreds of years later, Pope Gelasius I declared February 14th, the day Valentinus was executed many years before, as the day of his saint day. So how did we get from the dark beginnings and killings to today's day of love and romancing? Origins of Valentine's Day are a bit muddy. Records around the time are incomplete or contradict each other, but there are at least 3 St. Valentines listed to February 14th. All lived in the 3rd century, and one was a priest who lived in Rome. The second was a bishop who lived in Tournai, and the last is very little known of, apart from he and 24 soldiers were killed in Africa. The Roman priest tale has his name as Valentinus, and he was arrested and placed in custody under an aristocrat called Asturias. While being held, the priest told Asturias about Christ and how he led pagans from the darkness to the light of salvation. Intrigued but still a bit unsure, Asturias promised he and his family would convert to Christianity if the priest could cure his daughter from blindness. So the priest accepted the challenge, and the girl was brought to him. He placed his hands over her eyes and said, "Lord Jesus Christ, enlighten your handmaid, because you are God, the true light." And just like that, the girl could see again. True to his word, Asturias and his family were baptized into Christianity. Word got to the Emperor Claudius II, and he was not happy about this. So he had Valentinus, Asturias, and his entire family executed. After Valentinus was killed, a woman managed to get his body and take him to Via Flaminia and had him buried there. The next legend tells of the same setup, but this time with a bishop in the area of Umbria, and it was that Valentinus had cured a son of a man with an affliction, and they converted to Christianity. Again, this angered the empire, and so he was executed and buried on Via Flaminia. Now, from the 1600s to 1940s, Bolanists, a group of Belgian monks, researched the lives of saints, and they believed, because of the similarities in these 2 stories, that it is likely they were the same man rather than 2 men, and depending on the area you are in would result in which story you got, whether it was a Roman priest or bishop. There is another tale about a priest, Valentine, being killed for converting Romans to Christianity as he went against a law regarding marriage. You see, Emperor Claudius II wanted a strong army, and he believed the best army was that of young, unwed, single soldiers, those who had nothing at home, no concerns, no wives, no families, so he outlawed marriage for young men. But the priest Valentine, he continued to marry couples, going against the law. When this reached the empire, he had Valentine killed. There is another tale about that Valentinus became Valentine while in prison. The tale tells of a priest who was imprisoned helping Christians escape from Roman prisons who didn't take too kindly to them. While he is in prison, a girl comes to visit another prisoner, probably a daughter, and her and Valentine get to talking and fall in love. They would write often with the priest signing off as from your Valentine. Before Valentine's Day, February 13 to 15 was the pagan feast of Lupercalia. In this feast, Roman men sacrificed a goat and dog and then, with their skins, would whip pregnant women. Why? Well, the thinking was that this would have the children born healthy and strong. And also in the feast, a lottery was done. A man would draw a woman's name from a jar, and the two would couple for the feast. And if all good, the two would remain together well after the feast. In 496, Pope Gelasius I denounced the festival and replaced it with St. Valentine's Day on February 14th. But it would be another hundreds of years before it became a holiday to love and romance. 1537, Henry VIII, the man that was married 8 times, and he is known to have written many love letters, including to that of Anne Boleyn. He issued a royal charter making Valentine's Day an official holiday in England. By the 16th century, sending Valentine's Day cards became a tradition. Religious leaders would oppose such a thing, but its popularity grew and grew. By early 19th century, sending a Valentine's card was the most popular way to show your love to the one you adore. Gifts are part and parcel of today's Valentine's Day, and legend has it that the goddess of love, Venus, swooned for roses because roses represent strong feelings. 17th century flowers, especially roses, became the gift of choice for your Valentine, a custom still strong today. Believe it or not, Valentine's Day is the second most popular holiday in the US, at least when it comes to sending cards. Of course, Valentine's Day is recognized worldwide and officially seen as a holiday in Canada, UK, France, Italy, Mexico, and Australia. The biggest card company in the world, Hallmark, first offered Valentine's Day cards in 1913, but it wasn't until 1916 that they started producing them. The saint connected to Valentine's Day is officially Saint Valentine of Rome. But Valentine isn't just the patron saint of lovers, engaged, or happily married couples. He is also the patron saint of beekeepers, travellers, and those suffering from epilepsy, fainting, and the plague. Early 1800s, excavations of a catacomb near Rome found remains and relics connected with Saint Valentine. As it is customary, pieces of this find was sent to reliquaries worldwide to Ireland, Czech Republic, France, Scotland, England, and Rome. In the Basilica of Santa Maria in Rome is where you'll find a flower-adorned skull of Valentine. And there you have it, the story of Valentine's Day from its dark beginnings to today's love and romance day. Hit that like button, subscribe to the party, and ring the hell out of that bell. Until next time, this was the good, the bad, and the pure evil.